You niggas know what time it is, bitch. Jacket season, bitch, I'm starving. Somebody coming off something tonight. Yeah, looks on to hide my blood shot. Red eyes, looking like two blood clots. I'm high, bitch, on all kind of shit. Drink, throw in one stick. I'm high as hot to get. For the raw meal, bitch. Praying don't help, feel like I'm talking to myself. And I ain't feeling that shit. Holidays coming, I got nothing on my stomach at all. Ain't no Christmas tree, ain't no dance, ain't no Santa Claus, no elves. But the Grinch up in this bitch, posted in the bricks in that all black trench. Got my pistol on me, no sense. Sure got me numb, I can't feel shit. Only thing on my mind is the rent. And everybody rhyming looking like a lick. Hoes and niggas, jocks can't be picky. The birds are you wildin', come on with me. Babies at home smelling shit. Baby mama blowing up my phone. Give me a minute, bitch. Like I told you, I'm coming with some money. They coming off something tonight. Ho ass loud keep passing through. They don't give a damn what we wanna do. They just want me back up in that pen again. And I don't give a damn, cuz just like this. So test me. You gonna have to test me. It's gonna take more than two to arrest me. Real shit, I'm always resisting. Fuck you, Lord. I'm running, bitch. I might dump. 2-time convict headed for that 3. No, bitch. It's either rich or death for me. But for now, I settle for a couple of feet. Pay my bills up. Kill something to eat. These boys out here ballin', coming down. Sitting on birds. Shouldn't hurt to lose an eye. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. God knows. Just give me what I want, bitch. And you can go. Come off them foes. You can have your clothes. Everything else mine, nigga. Close my door. I'm getting my minutes to society on. Act like they ain't cousin to get your face blown. Too hard to deal with that flinching. You better be still, bitch, and pay attention. Truth is, a nigga Godfish. And I know he don't like the way I treat his children. I know he can't stand the way that I've been treated. You know I wouldn't be doing this if I ain't needed. Question is, do he accept my reason? We'll find out later, but for now we eat. Yeah, baby daddy on the way. Fix your face. I told you we gonna be straight. Yeah.
Turn up in this motherfucker, nigga. You are now rocking with the motherfucking best. The legendary Big Chief Top. How y'all feeling in this motherfucker, man? One time for the one time, goddamn. We gonna tap in. We ain't got all day, goddamn. I'm born here in this whole shack. I'm a rookie in this whole Nighthawk, Ohio Clear, Chauncey, Mo 7 guard. I'm born here, Nighthawk, Mr. Dixon, Terra, Oriel Smith, Wally Carr, Fade in this bitch, D. McGee, Joe Jack in this bitch. The original Dewey in this bitch, Copper Color K, Dead Game Boxing, Trees, Atlanta 216, Phil J 508. What up, though? What up, though? In the real way, man, we tapping in, man. Ken folks just came in the door. Hey, man, I got some shit. Telling you, homie, we got, 3 more making up African Americans. We got 3 more to go, man, and I'm going back to boxing on y'all niggas ass, man. Boxing heat, man. Shout out to the Charlo brothers last night, man. Both of them got the win. You know, Houston boxing on fire, homie. They about to start back getting shit running down here in Texas, man. Whenever that happens or whatever. I want to be in a good place, man. We got Team USA. They going to France, I think they fighting in France. It's this week. I think they going down there this week. What's up with the UNI? Copy his son, Outlaw, and his bitch, Jamal Birch, Tenori, Kyo, and that hoe. Yeah, man. So I'm about to go boxing on y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all gonna do. yeah, I'm gone before I leave, though. I'm gonna light this motherfucker up. You understand me? I'm gonna come through, and you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna give y'all, you know what I'm saying, what I got for now. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna put that down, and I'm gonna take a break from this shit. You know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna go back over there fucking with the boxing. What's up with the flamethrower? Yeah, I ain't got that long. I'm telling you, I'm gone from this shit. But yeah, man, we've been going over some real key shit. We've been going over some real key shit, man. So I hope y'all been paying attention, man. I hope y'all been studying. You know what I'm saying? Go back, nigga, Google anything I've been saying, Google it, study it, whatever the fuck you gotta do with it, man. And watch what it do to you. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna talk about these motherfuckers. Bertha Mae Jackson. What's up, Bertha Mae Jackson? Mama Bear said, I do not blame you. Go back to boxing. There are some evil. I do not blame you. Go back to boxing. There are some evil ass people. Yeah. I feel you, Mama Bear. For real though, you know. You don't want motherfuckers to get too used to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna dip out the scene for a little bit. Jamal A-Type Cat, some Pan African called you a fraud on Instagram. Scrub name is Historic Foundation. Yeah, that nigga not even black. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even a black person. I already kicked that nigga in his pussy in a debate. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even pull out no real shit on them niggas. Them niggas some racist. Flame said, I saw they fight that night. Yeah, they coming from your side of town. Yeah. But yeah, man, we've been going through some real key shit, man. So right now we done laid the foundation, man, establishing the fact that it was a black monarch that came and colonized the 13 colonies. Through that, they the ones gave the land grants and permissions and shit for a lot of these Moriscos or Conversos, whatever you want to call, to come over here and operate up here. Well, it's another piece that go to the puzzle. You feel me? And one of the most important pieces is the motherfucking Chickamauga story. Yeah, we can go through the Oda Nadaga and shit, and you know what I'm saying? We see all these key points in government. They were showing these niggas they form a government or whatever, but one of the most key points that turned a lot of this shit around was through the motherfucking Chickamauga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to say, why did Siri, man, if y'all been keeping up with how whites hijacked the 5 civilized tribes, and my first one was the Cherokee one, and I did this one back in March. And I broke down some shit. And remember, I always told you, I said, man, I'm gonna come back after I do this, then I'm gonna come back and put the ending on it. Because I just started at a certain time because I wanted to highlight some key things, the different bloodlines and shit. So when we get into these stories, man, a lot of this shit here, and I'm gonna tell y'all this here too. I'm gonna say this here. The shit that I'm bring out on this, y'all ain't never heard it before. What I'm gonna bring out, y'all ain't never heard it before. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I done searched high and low, nigga. I ain't seen it. I ain't heard nothing close. Ain't nobody hinted on it, tapped on it, touched on it, or nothing. And like I said, I did this video way back in March. I ain't go too in depth with it. I just kind of dealt with these certain party of people who signed these treaties, right? Now, the treaty, I'm not worried about the treaty. Fuck the treaty. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the treaty. How did these niggas even get a relationship with the U.S.? We're going to deal with all these, man, and a lot of key factors, man, that this story is missing. I put it like this here. When you get to yo Cherokee story, when you even hear to even think about a fucking Cherokee, right? First off, there never was no tribe called Cherokee. When you hear Cherokee, you need to think of the hijack. Because through these motherfucking Chickamauga, which it wasn't no tribe called Chickamauga neither. See? They made that shit up too. Now it was a certain group of people that started calling themselves Chickamauga. Through this relationship, man, we see a lot of things unfold, especially under the guise of what they call today Cherokee. But then where the hijacking took place. We was all right before then. Niggas be talking about the Title 25 Indians and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You even hear niggas say $5 Indians and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that shit, it's a lot more to the story. It's a whole nother piece that I ain't never heard nobody speak on. You know what I'm saying? Do anybody got some information on it? Yeah, so we established this black monarchy, man, over here. You know what I'm saying? They know we're around it. Now, these people had an enemy in Spain. I mean, in the Catholic Church. So you come over here, man, you get Spain come down into Florida. We see them meet up with these Indians, the people of this land here. One of the first things that blew their mind was they came and they seen our architect and you know what I'm saying, our way of life, and them niggas fell in love with the women and all this type of shit, right? What I want y'all to understand is these people that came, they had Moorish people with them that were expelled out of Spain. Now, I know, you know, like this is talk about the Moors, or if everybody classified themselves as Moors. Well, these people weren't classified as Moors; they was classified as Chickamauga Indians, and that's where you'll get your Saint Augustine, and then later with the French, you'll get your La Carolina, right? Now, how we know these people ain't Moors? Because when you think of Moors, you think of a certain culture. Moors have a culture. You don't see it in America just flat out, but they actually have a culture that everybody on the planet identifies them as. You have some people that'll be called Moro or Mori or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta these people have been conquered. You gotta understand when Islam came. And then you go back and you trace all of, they had trade routes before it was anything called Islam, or it was any people, Berber tribe calling themselves Moors. So when history points at the Moors, they always point at a certain particular people. If everybody was Moors, then there would be no distinction between no black people on the planet. But, you know what I mean? Meaning like anything that we built, we'll just call it all Moors, but we don't. We call a specific culture Moors. And that's how we identify. Well, I say this, that's how I identify them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I identify the Moors. Because, you know, we got a lot of black people, but they made distinctions between black people. They made distinctions between cultures. And so that's why I go with, you know what I mean? But, so they came in, or these black conquistadors or whatever. Hold on, let me share my screen. Let me pull it up. Let me share my screen real quick. Well, I got some shit. I'm bust the motherfucking clock on this one, nigga. All right. So Juan Garrido, right? We check out our boy Juan Garrido. Now, what we gotta understand is a lot of these niggas that was coming out of Spain were conversos. Meaning they were Muslims, but then they converted. They converted over. And a lot of them niggas end up becoming permanent members. So we see from there, we see Spain go west, see them end up in Texas. They built 8 particular buildings in Texas. They took over 3 important trade routes. One that led them all the way down into Mexico. And I've been following me then. This is the place that is out there in East Texas. This is where my people and them were tricked into a bullshit contract, man. They got a lot of their land seized right down the border of Texas and Louisiana. But the birth of Juan Garrido in 1487 is celebrated on this date. He was a black African Spanish conquistador. Born in Africa, he went to Portugal as a slave. When baptized, he took the name Juan Garrido, Handsome John. He went to Seville, where he joined an expedition to the New World as Pedro Garrido's servant. He joined a Spanish expedition to ride at Santo Domingo Hispaniola. At about 1502, he participated in the invasion of the present-day Puerto Rico and Cuba. 1508, he was one of the many black African freedmen who had joined expeditions from Seville to America from the beginning of Spanish colonizations in America. Africans participated both as voluntary in expeditions and mostly as kidnapped slaves. Garrido married and settled in Mexico City, where he and his wife had 3 kids. He is credited with first harvesting the wheat plant and the New World commercial purposes. Garrido and other blacks were also expeditions to the Mohican 1520s. Nuno de Guzman swept through that region 1529-30 with the aid of black auxiliaries. In 1538, Garrido provided testimony of 30 years of service as a conquistador. All right. 30 years as a conquistador. That nigga put in work. That nigga went everywhere. But see, I want you to understand, it was a lot of them niggas. It wasn't just the homie. What's that with his sister George? Turn up. It was a lot of them, right? And so, where else we gonna go? We're gonna come over here. Where my boy William at? All right, so when we go into hold on, let me pull this up. Make this shit real simple. You know what I'm saying? So we go back to 1701, 1702. 1701, 1702. All right, let me pull this up. Let me share my screen. Hey y'all, man, I just got through making some candles, man. I don't know if y'all be into candles, man, but I go spend $100 worth and motherfucking Bed Body Beyond, whatever the fuck that Bath and Body Works, I mean, on motherfucking candles, nigga. But I just made me some of my own shit just now. I'm cooling out right now. All right, so we come over here to Queen Anne's War of North America, right? Queen Anne was the second in a series of French and Indian wars fought in the 13th American colonies over control of the North American continent between 1702 and 1713. Occurring during the reign of Queen Anne in Great Britain, it was contemporary with the War of Spanish Succession in Europe, which was fought to prevent the union of the French and Spanish throne following the death of King Charles II of Spain. During the 11 years of work, British and French colonial forces with their Indian allies raided and attempted to capture a number of border settlements. Spain was also allied with France. The war ended in November 1702 when began in 1702 when English forces and their native allies under the command of Carolina Governor James Moore began an attack against the Spanish colonial fortress of Castillo de San Martin at St. Augustine, Florida. Moore was unsuccessful, and the attack resulted in a number of battles, raiding expeditions between Spanish Florida and Carolina. All right, but this was one of the most deadliest wars right here. After that, we'll get the Tuscarora Wars, and then we'll get the Yamasee War. Then we'll get the Yamasee War. But you know was let me see if this is it. All right, and this supposed to be a picture of her. You know, for whatever that means. Y'all know I don't fuck with pictures, I don't fuck with maps, I don't do none of all that kind of shit. But this supposed to, I found some shit, and this here was supposed to be in her or whatever. But I just want y'all to understand all that though, because we all black shit, that shit don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't mean a motherfucking thing, right? You start getting a mix in their bloodline, that's how they start turning. Because when you go to Elizabeth I, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me pull some up. When you go to Elizabeth I, who was also black. She ain't had nothing but niggas around her. Let me show this real quick. All right, Britain's first black community in Elizabeth, London. The reign of Elizabeth I saw the beginning of Britain's first black community and fascinating story for modern Britons, writes historical Michael Woods. All right, and so it's talking about this black community that was built around Elizabeth I. And then we come over here and they talk about from the 16th century, the employment of Africans began increasingly becoming England wealthy and not so wealthy people in the kingdom might have one black servant, footman, or musician. Whether these retainers were established and often unclear, the documents, however, were certain. Also, free black people in variety occupation. Queen Elizabeth I, like James IV, employed black musicians. The queen also had a black maid servant. All right. But while Elizabeth may have enjoyed being entertained by black people in the 1590s, she also issued proclamations against them. In 1596, she wrote, "The Lord Mayors of the Mills see nothing that there were late divers, blackamoors brought into this realm, and which kind of people there are already here to main. She ordered that those kind of people should be sent forth of the land." All right, so I want y'all to understand this here too. This is real key in a lot of ways because you get but this also hurt the argument that all black people was called Moors, right? Because if everybody was called Moors, she wouldn't make a distinction between the black Moors and herself. You know what I mean? And I never seen nothing of the Stewarts being called Moors or the Stewart family. They called them the Stewart family because the Stewart, if Moor means black, Stewart meant black too. You know what I mean? That's where they got their name from. That was the Stewart line. But she makes a difference because we got to remember she fought against the Moors. But at the same time, she had Moors at her highs every motherfucking day. They were her handmaids. She used to send music. They used to send musicians and storytellers and all this type of shit over there to her. So the secret history of Elizabeth I's alliance with Islam. Now this here is real. You know what I'm saying? Catholic Europe shunned England, so the Protestant queen traded with its enemies and changed her country culture forever. All right, and so then we'll get the Sultan and the Queen. Then we'll get the motherfucking this alliance. Because I want y'all to understand something. Look, she told him something. See, she wrote the nigga a letter in 1579. She told the Sultan, she said that Protestantism and Islam were two sides of the same coin, and that the true hearsay was Catholicism. All right? She told that nigga it was the same thing. And if you know what's really going on, then you know it is the same thing. What's up with it, Nene? Hey, Nene, I got some 3X shirts now. Hit the like button, 68, watching 52. Hey, come on, family. Don't come over here, man. If y'all gonna do the game like that, don't even pull up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shake my hand, you gonna come my high, man. Dab me up. Bang the like button. You know what I'm saying? Me, bang the like button, bang the cash out, goddamn. Y'all niggas getting a little too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. I'm finna take off on y'all ass anyway. You know what I'm saying? Nigga been around that hoe putting in, hey man, say, you'll miss me when I'm gone, goddamn. Appreciate that love, Robert L. Smith, goddamn. That nigga say, Chickamauga, goddamn. Appreciate that love, Atlanta 216. Yeah, man, them goddamn Chickamaugas, man. You feel me? Yeah, them niggas was some gorillas. They was some warriors, nigga, but that's how them hoes knocked us. You know what I'm saying? That's how them hoes got us. For niggas to even say Title 25 or any of that nigga under their jurisdiction and all that, nigga, the Chickamaugas did it. And I'll tear any nigga ass up if they feel like they did, goddamn. I will tear a nigga ass up. Nigga ain't, I'm telling you, you can't even train for what I'm coming in with. You can't even train for it. Rudy in the building. What's up with Rude? Or else ain't no probably in the real way. Blunt talking 45 in that hoe. Flame say, Muslim, Judaism, Christianity is the same variation. Hey, man. Hey. It's all the same shit, right? It's all the same shit. Give me another one. I got some more black conquistadors over here, man. Went down there acting a motherfucking fool, right? We get the Muslims over here in South Carolina, 1700s. Muslims from North Africa appear in the records in South Carolina Council Journal dated March 3rd, 1753. Two men by the name of Abel Condor and Muhammad pensioned the South Carolina Royal authorities in Arabic for their freedom. The Central Mosque of Charleston, you know, what was going on down there, man, you know. The Great Mosque of Tenochtitlan. And see, one thing we can't never say is that the Moors went down in Mexico. Because see, when you get some niggas like the Moors come through, you get some niggas like the Moors come through that motherfucker, you gonna know they was there because they bring a culture. You know what I'm saying? And when they went down there in Mexico, they built the same shit. Now, we already had things there. I want to get that understood. We already had shit there. But when they came, they built certain things. That's how we can tell you when the mosques and churches or whatever was built, who they were built by. We know when exactly they were built. You know what I'm saying? And we know that we see this type of architectural structures around the world, and they all accredited to Moor science. What's cracking with it, Big Ram? What up, Nunu? What's up with it, Nunu? Let me see something. Like right here. All right. And you come over here. Hey, man, y'all know in Dubai, I live right across the street from a mosque. You think I ain't holler at them motherfuckers? You go through Dubai, they call it the souk or the souk. That just mean like store or shop. This is what you get. You get that horseshoe architecture. That shit take me back to Dubai, I'm telling you. Look at that. That's like walking through the souk. I tell you one thing, the motherfuckers know how to live. A lot of history, man. That's why I don't understand when you niggas be saying that all of that shit started over here. Far as these religions and all of that. I say this to the people that think these religions and these books and these people started over here. If it started over here, why none of the holy wars was fought over here? Why all the holy wars was fought over there? The horseshoe style art was common in architecture in the Visigoths, the people that ruled the area after the Roman Empire collapsed and before the Umayyads arrived. The horseshoe art eventually spread across North Africa from Morocco to Egypt and is easily identified characteristics of Western Islamic architecture, though there are some early examples in the East as well. Damn near everywhere you walk in, nigga. Especially when you look up. What I'm saying is this shit ain't been here. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't been here forever. And we know when he got here. Don't worry, y'all. We're gonna ride on them niggas that came out of and traded. Them niggas that came up out of Tennessee, man, and got down on us, bro. We ain't been right ever since. I ain't gonna lie, them niggas was some killers though. They were some killers. Watch when I put this demo down, man. He said, we Indians, we Indians spiritual, not religion. She said, Moroccan style is decor. Yeah, that shit right there. She said, we missed you at the championship number. Yeah, he say, Ku Klux Klan, like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker. They had already had clans and shit before they started coming here. All this shit was by design, nigga. Ain't nobody accidentally pop up on us. All this shit was by design like a motherfucker. Did Indians help them? Yeah, you had some Indians help them, but our situation, you did have some Indians help them. And most of them niggas, we killed their ass. But the most important ones who fucked over us, we ain't kill them. Y'all know how that shit go. The motherfuckers who should have been killed, we ain't killed them. But a lot of them niggas that we did kill them. But when you understand how dirty it is, none of the treaties were lived up to, the motherfuckers ain't live up to none of the treaties because everything that they put down on the treaty was supposed to be put there. You feel me? Put it like this here. These niggas basically was signing a deal with themselves. All right? They signed a deal with themselves. That's why they'll tell you in history, all the treaties before, they were fake and, you know what I'm saying? Fought in treaties, but the court still held up on it. We get the Johnson and McIntyre's case, where them niggas try to get their land back. Them motherfuckers put manifest destiny on them. You know what I'm saying? But it's a reason, though. It's a reason. Yeah. I'm guaranteeing this one. I'm guaranteeing y'all ain't never heard this shit before. Hustle Phillips like Tennessee stand up. In the real way. Y'all should have got rid of them Chickamauga niggas though. Y'all should have deaded them niggas when y'all had a chance. Cause them niggas got a chance to get down on them niggas. You know. But I put it like this here. I made it mob ties, nigga, because you know what I'm saying? It was a nigga who he helped out a nigga, you know what I'm saying, when he was really on his deathbed. Nigga brought him back to life, you know what I'm saying? Put some money in his pocket, help him get some money, you know what I'm saying? Gave him sovereignty to the land and everything, man. Put him in all the right positions, man. And in the end, that nigga snaked him. That nigga snaked him, family. She said, I guess the Moors built all of the castles over here. Well, you got it depending on which castle. I put it like this here. You know which ones the Moors built. Like they got their own style of architecture. You know what I'm saying? We know which ones them niggas built. They got their own style. You look at their shit, you know that was their shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, what we gotta understand is the Indians, the French too. Look at the French. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them niggas came through there. You gotta understand characteristics of these cryptos. You know what I'm saying? One of them was Mason, merchant, artistry, musician, You know what I'm saying? Certain shit like this here, it was certain key attributes you could tell from these people. So they ain't, I wouldn't say they built all of them. I mean, we'll have to see which one. Now, some of these spots were built on our holy lands and shit, or the sacred places that were sacred places to us. That's why we have to admit the role what the Indians played. You know what I'm saying? Conasauga, he was one of the most influential. He the nigga that gave the Constitution to the 13 colonies. You know what I'm saying? He was out the Onondaga tribe, Iroquois. You know what I'm saying? And we murdered his bitch ass too. We murdered that hoe. He said, never trust a nigga from Rancho Chickamauga. Check this nigga out. He said, the Moors built everything, built it worldwide. What you mean? The Moors were conquerors, bro. It ain't nowhere around it. There's nowhere around it. The Moors were conquerors. Or, now, a lot of cases too, right? Because when we go into Asia and shit like that, we go back to the 12th century when the Moors went in there and converted them to Islam. Then we go into the 15th century. We see the Moors doing this too. See, but back then, nigga, it was to a point that where they wouldn't even do business with you, nigga, unless you was getting out with Islam. Islam spread so fast, nigga, it was a get down and lay down policy for a lot of people, man. You know, and when you start going into the Pacific Islands, you're talking about people that was ruling on the water. That's why when niggas be talking about this slave ship shit or ships can't pack certain motherfuckers or do certain things, you niggas are crazy. These niggas been mastered this shit. And not only did they master it, nigga, they was trading all the way to the motherfucking Americas. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, I can prove trades coming all the way from the Americas way back then that was taking place with these niggas. So we know niggas been going over there, coming back over here. If we ain't know that, then how the hell did the mummies, the Inca mummies, the Egyptian mummies had cocaine in them? These niggas been knew each other. We might leave out my last making of American American. I'm gonna tie it all in. I'm gonna tie it all in. This nigga say more straight religious pirates. Yeah, them niggas some goddamn pirates. They was some damn fools. You know, we go through the Barbary Wars. What was the Barbary Wars about? You know what I'm saying? We start going into the 1812s and all of this shit here. Well, when you talk about the Chickamauga story, right? You want to talk about the 1812 wars, you have to talk about the Chickamauga story. See, so we go back to the 1870s, 1880s, nigga, 1780s. And we started seeing why certain alliances and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Certain events took place and what led us up to the motherfucking 1812 war. But I want to say the goddamn Chickamauga had a lot to do with it. The Cherokee government was created in 1794. Nigga, that should tell you something, right? Who was in control over the Cherokee government? How did all of a sudden this new government came to be? Yeah. Tree say, push it to perspective why there's so much strife with Muslim countries. And it's around this time it started taking place. What's up, Boxing the Barbecue? She say, yeah, they say they have a flag. Only pirates have flags. She said, it seemed like the Moors were the early form of gatekeeper. Maybe I'm understanding. When you say gatekeeper, I mean, if you listen to them, the Moors tell you that they were the gatekeepers to the ancient mystery systems of Egypt. And so they saying that they got they have a sign, the sign, more signs is what they got from the pharaohs of Egypt. The Moors always said that. I mean, you go in the Circle 7 Quran and shit, it'll tell you that. Yep. I mean, you go through the story. I mean, you go all the way back. Look, when I did the Making of African American 187 homicide, On that motherfucker right there, we kind of broke down. We started at 325 AD, and I started to there for a reason, because really to understand a lot of this shit, bro, you gonna have to go all the way back. You have to go all the way back. That's why I started at 325 AD. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go through the Roman era and everything. You know what makes it up too? A lot of these niggas thinking the Jews lost. The Jews ain't lost. The motherfucking children of Israel, nigga, they teach you to Deuteronomy 28. You came and changed and all this shit here. Look, when Portuguese went into West Africa, I don't even think y'all can even understand the amount of influence that the Jews had in it. I don't even think I can break it down to you to help you understand the amount of influence the Jews had in it. They were fighting. Who were these niggas Portuguese were fighting? They were fighting Grenada. Portuguese were fighting the Moors. Some of these Moors was getting caught. Some of these Moors were turning crypto. And when they turned crypto, nigga, get what they did, nigga, they showed these niggas the way. Because Portuguese ain't know the way. They ain't know the way, nigga. And when they got over there, they started participating in this trade that was taking place from the 650, where the goddamn Moors went into West Africa and enslaved them people. The Great Mali Empire and shit, the Wallop Empire and shit. How did them niggas end up Moors? How they ended up Moors? Who was this? Said that David Taylor. Yeah, I watched them Cholo get on them niggas' ass last night, boy. We got that Cholo looking good. Dropped that nigga with a body shot. Hey, that nigga, he ain't want to fight no more anyway, man. Really, after the first round when he got dropped, he really didn't have his legs up under, man. He wasn't really in the mindset. You going out there getting dropped in the first round, nigga, that's a lot of pressure on you. Came right in, chin in the air, nigga, no guard. Got dropped at the end of the bell. That was a good performance by Mel, man. That nigga boxed, he moved around. Rosario hit too hard. He hurt Mel a few times in that fight. That hoe hit hard. But Mel got the job done, man. I mean, $75 for the pay-per-view. It is what it is, man. Jet 11 Rose, Portuguese shipped them Jews out of West Africa fast. Well, yeah, now that is a fact. And we got to see how a lot of them niggas end up becoming Jews over there, too. They convert niggas ass, too. You know what I'm saying? Man, say. They convert them niggas ass. Y'all see what Elizabeth told the Moors, nigga? She said, hey, nigga, this shit, Protestant, nigga, what I'm banging and what you banging, nigga, we from the same tree. We from the same tree. She said, I feel kind of tricked. I ain't even know. Oh, check you out. Flame said, I claim all my motherfucking bloodline. Like a motherfucker. Flame say she claim all her shit, goddamn. Hey, bang the likes. Make sure y'all got the likes up. Let me see. Let me check it out. All right, Nene, I got you, Miss Nene. We're going to get you taken care of. Hey, do anybody out there got some information on the Chickamauga they want to share? Or anybody want to come up and drop something before I get out of here? She said, I will take the link, but my crush is live right now. Man, go on over there. Go on over there to that nigga. She said, I claim mine too. YouTube told me I was mixed. I didn't know. This nigga here. Yeah, Boogie, go over there with Mr. Charles. Go over there with Mr. Charles. You know it's a window on that Niagara. You know they got a window on that Niagara. Copper say, I watched it too, but why my boy Hitman, my boy Ma, Hitman fought so early. Yeah, well, you know, the homie fought late because, I mean, he fought early because last time when they fought back to back and Mel lost, it kind of threw Maul off and kind of threw him off his game or whatever. So they split him up 2 fights separate. What's up with David Taylor?
Hey shit, yo, hey, I tried to hit you up when you was on AP channel and ask you because that conversation was going all around the room, man. That was everywhere. And I was just gonna say I don't have no information on the Chickamauga, but I do got a question though. Like I asked you before when you was on Sister Bethy channel, I was like, hey yo, do you ever think that like all these different nations of people? I ain't talking about foreigners. I ain't talking about Moors or Jews or nothing like that. I'm talking about the American Indians that were here. Do you think at one point in time they was all linked up together? Like it has to me, it has to, you had told me, I think you said like, nah, man, this was like every individual place was a country. I'm not saying it wasn't a country. I'm just saying like when we are getting this information, like there's no possible way that all these different groups don't know one another, don't speak the same language. Maybe they got different dialects, but it's no to me. The oldest people here has to be the Mayans. Chickamauga sound just like some Mayan shit. Maya Teca, the Aztecs, all these different groups, the Cherokee, all these different people seem like they connected to the Mayas. It doesn't really make any sense for us to keep saying like we're not together or this ain't really no, you know, like we're not descendants from these
Who
people.
you say connected to the Maya? Because we know who connected to the Maya. You do have some tribes here, some areas here that's connected to the Maya.
Give me a tribe that wouldn't be then.
Well, I put it like this here: the Southeast culture we deal with the Muskogee culture. That's Mayan. They from the Mayan tree. And so I guess you could say whoever ain't then.
You saying like what about the Micmac? What about the Micmacs up in there in Canada?
Do you think you got some evidence that they were Mayan?
Hell no.
I mean, I ain't wrong, but I don't, you know.
I just find it hard. You said what?
I never looked into it.
I found like there's a website called Alameda, I believe, or Alame or something like that. I looked on there. I saw a picture of a Micmac boy. Yo, he looked just like a Cherokee nigga, man, like a little Cherokee kid. It didn't look any different.
Cherokees come from out of like the Canada and like an Iroquois style. They come from up that way, Maine and Canada, all that area.
Yeah, so I think that
wars.
You said what?
I say they left after the war. They end up migrating after the war.
Yeah,
but the Cherokee speak the Iroquois language.
Yeah, definitely.
Ohio players say Iroquois are not Mayans.
See that? I'll be honest with you. I kind of like. I think the reason why we all over I'm not gonna say with the Moorish information up like that. I can't even get on that. I'm just because to me it's confusing. I think when A1 basically said that it's a descriptive term, that was the best way to put it. When you get other people talking about this is a nation with a flag and it gets a little bit, you know, it gets
but
a little
not
bit.
Really though, Dave. To watch this here. If it's a descriptive term, we know more signs when we see it. You know what I mean? It's a certain particular people. The world makes a distinction between them, which is more. If it was just a descriptive term and everybody was black or everybody was Moors, then it'd be no need to point out Moors architect or Moors art or Moors music, shit like that. It'd be no need to point out the culture if everybody was the same.
Okay, I see that. I see that too. I'm going to say the descriptive term also because when I was reading from one of those PDFs, I think it was about the guy man, he came through Arizona. He was a more shit, I can't think of his name. He got killed here. He was like the
Yeah,
first one. That's
he
Stevanico.
got kidnapped. Yeah, he got kidnapped by the Caruncles. And then he left. He came back. Yeah, he got killed. Yeah.
Peep this. I did see in there that in that same PDF, it was like the soil was Moorish, which means it's fertile. So I mean, it wasn't like they didn't come here.
What you just said though, Dave, you gotta listen to what you just said. You said, what did they say, Epstein? What they said that he was though?
They said he was a Moor.
What more though? He was the first Moor.
Right. Estevanico was the first Moor over here. I got you.
Okay, we gotta point that out. So they made a distinction between the people over here and who he was.
Oh man, look, sorry, maybe I'm coming at it the wrong way. I'm not under the impression that the Moors were here. I'm not under the impression that like they're indigenous to here. That's not my impression. So like I don't want to confuse it, by thinking like this group of people was from here, they left here, they came back, and I'm not going to go on that route because you can already see like whatever they did when they left, when they came back, they was something completely different. So this all this confusion as far as like what happens when people come back to this land, you couldn't have been from here because it's too much confusion. But what I will say is this: that descriptive term, I think that's the best way to go because it's just a description. I've seen stuff where they said like, "Oh, Moors are, blackamoors or whatever." I've seen it used interchangeably with whatever other, names they could pull up. So to me, it doesn't make any. To me, it's just they're just saying it's a description. I've seen crispy head Negroes. I've seen that as a description. For some strange reason, they made a distinction between crispy head Negroes with feathers and indigenous people. Like, so to me, it's just a description. It's not really anything more than that. Now, but I'm not out to prove that it's anything more than that. You know what I mean?
Can I ask a question?
Let me get El Boogie in. What's up, El Boogie?
How are you?
What's going on? What's going on, my brothers? Okay, so I had a question that I had wanted to ask earlier from the build, and I don't know, maybe you could answer it or not. Have you ever seen on the census someone listed as a Moor? Like when you look back on people's census records?
Yeah, South Carolina.
And people have Moor on their birth certificate, or not birth certificate, but on the census, they have like an M or something. No, I wouldn't say M because that could be mulatto. But they have Moor.
They tell you where they from and everything. They not from here.
But where do they say they from? But so they not from here.
They can be from. They'll be from Africa, or they'll be from North Africa, Morocco, West Africa, or North Africa. And then like we got too many cases of that. And then when you get see a lot of other Moors though, they had already converted and took different names. See, they was doing that shit too. I forgot what year that was, but the colonists banned Islam. They banned Islam because they were beefing with them niggas overseas too. You know what I'm saying? But they banned Islam in the colonies, so a lot of niggas had to convert to for political reasons.
So okay, but it's not something that because I was just like thinking like well maybe we're like the confusion because it's like when anyone was explaining it. And the other guy that was up there, they were saying, well, it's interchangeable with be African American, right? So I'm like, okay, so they're saying that it's a reclassification, like some type of reclassification, right? Is that right? Is that the right way to look at it? Huh?
I mean, it'll be for a classification for a foreigner, though. It never applied to people here.
Okay, no. Okay, well, just for argument's sake, I'm just trying to follow along because it's like I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out like where the confusion is or where the disconnect because like the way you're explaining it is the way that I came to understand it. And so I'm like, well, okay, if they're claiming that they are not indigenous to here, then it kind of reminds me of the trickery, with the whole roots thing, where they said, oh, you African from this country or whatever. It's like the same type of thing. They're taking you from off of this land. And so that's why I don't understand why somebody would say, well, no, I'm from here, I'm indigenous to here, I'm not an Indian, but I'm a Moor. So that's the part where I don't understand they how that connection, how they make that connection.
Well, it's you had a Moorish movement here. A lot of this came through doctrine. It came through doctrine, and if we go back to the beginning of it, when we start seeing them put it down, they told us
Say
something
that
different
again. I
than
think I
what
lost you.
the people, the movements that was going on back then. We'll go back to 1899, for example. They put something different down than people today putting down, saying that the Moors are from America. That wasn't always their argument. You know what I'm saying? That's
Okay,
no
so
different
is, so somewhere along the way it got switched, or like not well,
yeah,
I
it
guess
got
kind of like
switched.
a
No,
new
that's what
information or
happened.
whatever. Huh?
No, it got switched. That's what happened. It got switched later on because hold on, let me pull this up. When we
And
go
then
back to the say it again.
well, the other thing that I wanted to just bring up too is that it just seems real. I don't know. It's like we hearing the information, and when you go to different channels and stuff, everybody's got their own style or whatever, and different way to bring the information or whatever. Some of it connects. I'm seeing some of it, may not. But it's like when I hear these people saying we to this and we to that, but I'm like thinking to myself, but what your genealogy is not going to match with mine. You
That's
know
a
what I
fact.
mean? So it's like when we talking, cause like, okay, so I don't know. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it's just like I hear people making the connection to the Mayans and the Aztecs. Like to me, that makes more logical sense when I know where I'm located in the world, right? I know that I'm right next door to Mexico, right? Or what, if it wasn't no line there, it'd be all we all connected, whatever. Can you hear me? Okay. Um, but they'll say, "Oh no, them ain't our people," but we only connected to people that look like us. But it's like we know just by looking at the blends of certain families. Now, some people they don't have this. I get that because they will say, "Oh, my family members they black." Okay, but depending on where you located in America, that's not the true reality. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody is over in one part of America saying, "Well, this is what our people did," blah 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 blah. Okay, that's good, but that doesn't necessarily match up with what happened with my folks. You know what I mean? And your folks down in Texas and somebody's in Georgia. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think we need to just listen to the information and I don't know. Sometimes I be feeling like folks be trying to convince you or force you on something. And, that's not what we all here for. I don't think nobody should convince nobody of nothing. You listen to something, if it resonates with you, then that's what you should go with. I feel, but you can't try to make nobody be something or tell somebody. I don't know. It's real interesting. I'll say that much.
I appreciate that love, Jeff. Nah, in the real way, it's appreciate that love in the cash app, Jeff. Nah, it's not it is confusing, man, but to like people that's like been around the information is not
Yeah, and but what Latrice said, Top Cat, what Latrice said, she said it good. Generalizing. That was what I was trying to say.
okay, yeah. Now that is yeah. Can you see that picture up there, L Boogie?
Let me see.
Can you see that picture, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
You familiar with that picture?
He
I
left.
was only
Nah,
familiar
there we
with it till
go.
you brought it.
You say what?
I said I was
Do it
only
again?
familiar with that picture until he brought it.
All right, yeah. See, these people right here say they was from Africa. This where it comes. This
Okay.
where it starts. This where you get your commandment keepers and then later your Hebrew Israelite movement came out of here.
Okay.
The Moorish Zionist Temple of the Moorish Jews. And so now today, the Hebrew Israelites will tell you that the Africans are your enemy. You know what I'm saying? And then the Moors will tell you that they from America when they yeah.
I got a headache. I'm like, wait, what?
But
I
they
just that
people
quick
now
trying to
who
figure it
started
out.
it, they don't say that. You know what I'm saying? They don't. The people who started it, they don't say that though. They roots is African. They whole base was African base.
And
Yeah.
that was the Moors.
That was the Moors and the Hebrews. El Boogie. When you hear Hebrew
Right.
Israelites,
Okay.
you
So
think of the Moors
okay.
too.
Okay. So then okay. So now just let's run with this, right? So you have those people, right? And what you're talking about is a certain ideology or a certain culture, right? So let's just say it's spread, and other people hear about it, right? And they adopt it, but that don't mean they from there, right? Is that the confusion?
Correct.
People
Correct.
claiming to be okay, okay,
Now you
okay.
had some of that going on too, bitch, because it's all missionary work. You know
Right,
what
right,
I'm saying?
right, right. Just
It's
like the
all missionary
Catholics,
work.
just like same thing, right? That's why I said
Lord.
gatekeepers.
Why you
Right,
think the Hebrew Israelites on the Sabbath they go out in the streets? Them niggas hustling.
right.
It's missionary
Bringing a
work.
good word.
Yeah,
Right.
these channels starting to turn to like a hostile swap meet. You know, when you go to a swap meeting, like niggas, you don't want to buy nothing in particular from this
Yeah.
kiosk. You know, they start getting
Ooh,
hostile.
that was really good. Yes, that
You
was a
know,
good
it started
analogy.
turning that. I was on the bill with you early. Like I said, I was trying to get to you, Todd, but you kind of dipped off because you was waiting and waiting. Again, it was just a whole roundabout, just a big roundabout, and like I think I had mentioned something about the guy Kurt Mayo's information. A brother asked me for my email. I give it to him, and he wrote this great big old long email about how he knew I was fake, and I'm like, bro, what are you
Oh
talking
my
about? Like, I'm lost.
god!
Like,
What
you
the
know,
hell?
I wasn't trying to eat what you was cooking. That doesn't mean I don't like you enough. It just mean I had a question and it didn't get answered. So again, it's just a little bit hostile, and I think that we could build a little bit better than this. It's just a rebuttal time. Like, you it's just a rebuttal time. Like, if you got something you want to, to me, it's not even really worth it. It's not to the build itself really isn't worth it, because at the end of the day, just like Boogie said, my genealogy is not going to match up with Moors. I don't have no Moors in my family. I don't know if they were secret Moors and they just didn't say anything. Because again, like you said, it was outlawed or whatever. But
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure they would have left some type of clue or something. I didn't get that from my folks. So at the end of the day, I'm not upset with the Moors or nothing like that. Whatever those people did back then, I don't think half these niggas will have the heart to do it today. So to me, I don't feel no type of way about them or nothing. And it should just be clean cut like that. It shouldn't be this hostile. You don't want to get down with my channel, and it shouldn't be that hostile.
Yeah, man. I ain't.
Not at all.
Bullshit, man. I ain't going for none of that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it respectful. We mean at the end of the day, and you need to be respected in the real way when it comes to information. Motherfucker know coming in the information, this consciousness is a gift. You know what I'm saying? And so you gotta protect that shit. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a certain quality about my shit. I know I really study. I ain't go to sleep at 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Studying like a motherfucker. I can't help it type of shit. But it's a certain way I'm gonna carry myself with the information. I know I got some quality shit, so I'm not gonna do no rah rah and none of that type of shit. Or again, you know what I'm saying? If it's a real conversation, then we can have that. You know what I'm saying? But for the drum and all that, that's why I don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I be over here, out the way. You feel me? I don't do no back chats.
Well,
You know,
and that was
no,
something else.
no, turn up,
I,
man.
that was something else I want to bring up. Because they were saying, people were saying, well, you don't research, and you don't, people don't research, and you just go off what you hear on YouTube, and blah 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 blah, right? But from what I see is people have different levels of understanding. You know what I mean? Like you can look at something, read it, and you look at it one way. I might read it and see something else in it. So I think people need to keep that in mind that we can look at things and have a different way of looking at the same thing. But people are being, you be seeing people, yeah, what the facts is, and you got people arguing about stuff you was not there. One thing that I will not argue about is history, because what I've learned in these 52 years is that they change it. Just like you just told me, explained about the Moors. So I'm not gonna argue you down about something I learned in the fourth grade when they they didn't figured out that was wrong, or they didn't change their mind or whatever. So unless I'm there, unless it's something that I personally experienced, you're not gonna see me arguing about things like you see some of these people argue about what initially are ideologies. You know what I mean? And I heard people say, yeah, you want to go off with the white man told you. Well, we going off of a system that was initiated by white people. All this bullshit. You know what I mean? So, and we got to
But you
go by
know
what
what,
the leftovers.
You know what,
Hmm.
though? One thing we gotta understand that this system was built by niggas. The first motherfucker over the bank that put the bank here was Alexander Hamilton. He was a nigga.
Well, there you
It
go
was
there.
something.
But see, and then there's okay, and then see, there's that. Like there's a whole nother history, right? That people either don't know or don't believe. So they're gonna argue you down about, oh, that's pseudo, oh, that's pseudo. You know what I mean? So it's like people have different levels, of understand that, because that's what I was saying about when I was saying I was being funny about, well, they built the castles, right? Because okay, if they have you to believe all the Indians was in teepees and all the quote unquote civilized people were out building things and making castles and more, mosque and all this, well then, what, what I mean? So that what we was nobody, we wasn't doing nothing over here, I mean, because there's stuff over here that the white folks didn't claim. Talking about they found it. They found it all right. They didn't build it. So that's what I mean by their history. That's what I mean by that part.
Hey, Top.
People be, oh, San Francisco was founded in 18 such and such, but it's stuff over there that obviously is older than that. But go ahead, brothers.
Hey, Top. P. This. I found on my grandmother's side. I found out what tribe she was from, right? And I was talking to a brother on YouTube, and he was like, "Yeah, come and join the tribe. He's from the same tribe." So I was like, "Well, P. This. Since the tribe that you from are an extension of this tribe that my grandmother's from." I kind of beat him to the punch a little bit. I did more research on, what is being a part of the tribe? How is this going to impact my life? And what I saw that kind of startled me a little bit was the tribe that my grandmother was from. They are currently right now battling a fraud, a bunch of fraud shit that they did, which was they was having people from
Oh
other
shit.
tribes join the tribe, still associated with other tribes, trying to pull, more resources from the government. This is a constant. We're not
Mm.
involved with the tribes like that, so we don't know. But I asked the brother, like, yo, can I join your tribe instead of joining this tribe, my actual folks tribe, since they're an extension? He was like, yeah, for sure. But when I looked at it, that would have been fraud itself. So it's like, for me, I know who I am. I'm grateful that, at least my family do have the records, on one side up to that level. But at the same time, man, I'm not trying to join in no fraud shit. I ain't trying to be held accountable for some shit that I didn't do. You know what I mean? I don't really think that doesn't mean I don't love my people or I ain't trying to be around my folks. But I just found this out last year. So it's like, I don't want to join in a fraud case. I don't want to be pulled into that. I don't
That's
want that to,
crazy.
I don't want that to be, I don't want that to be on me. You know what I mean?
Hell no.
Nah, it's real. You gotta watch a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't put too much of my personal business on these motherfuckers, man. As far as like what a nigga got going on that side, you know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? But you know what I'm saying? That type of shit right there, not a decision for
Yeah,
me
you
to
got to
make.
be careful.
You know what I'm saying? So I let the elders deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And my family, I let them deal with that part. How they want to do, how they want to maneuver, whatever.
Hey, yo, I was gonna ask you, and I see you, Rainstorm. How you feeling?
Hey man, I just want to say this, man. Salute to everybody up on the panel, man. I love all y'all, man. I love the energy y'all bring to everything, man. Everybody salute to the chat. And Topcast, man, it's an honor to, thank you for letting that brother up on this, this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've listened to this brother. I've listened to all y'all and many, many, many more. But man, I'm feeling pretty good, brother. How about yourself?
Oh man, it's all love.
Yeah, I'm listening. I've been listening, man, and sometimes I veer off, right? But when it's all said and done, man, we the same people, man. We just ain't got it like that. Oh, this cat from Texas, this cat from St. Louis, this cat from New York, whatever. We the same fucking people. You know what I mean? But for
We're
some
not.
reason or another, I'm we get down like that. We'll do some shit to your ass. You know what I mean? It's but we just ain't got it that way, and it's a fucking hindrance. You know what I'm talking about? Where we the motherfucking ones on the front line. How about that? You know what I'm talking about? That's out here talking and really doing it and trying to say, hey man, look man, don't do this shit that way. That shit didn't work back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, up to now. You know what I'm talking about? That's just the way it is. Get along with the program, nigga. That old shit, that's some bullshit. For real. That's how I see it. I could be wrong. Somebody check me. Somebody say, no, nigga, no. This 60-year-old bullshit didn't work, ain't gonna work. We need to do something else like the shit we talking about now. You know what I'm talking about? Teach our babies, our grandbabies, and so on. So we ain't got to go through this shit for the next 30 years.
Hey yo,
You
peep
know?
this. Hey Cass, have you ever heard of this shit called gematria?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Do you know they be using that shit when it comes to
Sacred
boxing and
gematria.
all the sports and shit?
I mean, I can see it. I can see that.
Okay, peep this. So you remember the Deontay Wilder fight, the second one? Remember when did you watch the 24/7 he did?
Mm-mm.
Peep this.
I did, but I can't remember it though. I said it though.
I'm gonna take you to a specific point. Deontay Wilder, he in his hometown of Alabama. While he's there, he's in front of a river. He was like, there was a chief that was here, Chief Tuscaloosa. He was like, he was a tall, dark skinned guy. He
Yeah,
was like,
yeah, he was a
yeah.
representative. Yeah, the Black
Now
Warrior
peep,
River.
now peep this. He say all of that right before the fight. Then he come out, and during the fight, sorry, before the fight, when he come out, he got this like Black King shit on, right?
Are
Remember that
you
costume he
talking about
had?
the boxer Deontay Wilder?
Yeah. I'm getting to a point.
Okay, go ahead.
So peep it. He comes out with all that shit on. He comes out. Sorry, I see I got an echo. Hold on. All right, so look, when he come out, after he come out, he gets dogged. He gets trashed. I go back on the story of Chief Tuscaloosa. Chief Tuscaloosa gets chopped down by an Irishman, Bassa Gematria. They use Deontay Wilder to create a ritual
Who took him there?
for Chief Tuscaloosa to get chopped down.
Ritual part.
You said what?
Who took him there? I said, who took him there? Who took him to the river? Whose idea was that?
I'll be honest with you.
That river was a special place to him. When he was young, he almost drowned in that river. Can you hear me?
Oh.
Yeah, he almost drowned in the river when he was young.
But that sounds like a double. He shouldn't have went. That don't sound like that was good luck for no fight.
But peep it. So there's a channel on YouTube called Zach Gematria, and he a white boy, but he be going over all these different all these different rituals that they be doing with these numbers. The dude Chad Boswick, when he died, he had the number 42 on his hat. This was a picture that they kept showing over and over and over. It was him when allegedly when he was like real thin and had I think he was in the last stages of cancer. He had like 42 on his head.
And didn't he play Jackie Robinson number 42?
There you go.
There we go.
So,
Okay.
So what they doing is sorry, yo. What they're doing is they're using these numbers when it comes to us. They're associating us with these numbers. There's a lot of different numbers that represent us as a people. I think it's 181, 42. I think it's 56. There's a lot of different ones, but if you want to know more about them, check out the dude Zach Gematria. He's telling people who's gonna win the fights, who's gonna win these sports games and shit like that. Football right now is revolving around Negro patriotism. So right now you're seeing a lot of different black quarterbacks against each other. I think they took the boy from the Carolina Panthers. What was your name? The QB.
Cam Newton.
They took Cam Newton.
Put that nigga on the Patriots. Put him on the Patriots.
He had the Patriots and them freaking Patriots beat my Raiders today.
Yeah, they beat y'all ass. I ain't gonna lie.
Got me on the
They beat y'all ass.
But yeah, that's what's going on, man. Is these rituals they're using them against us, but this influences the numbers that they use. We have a great influence. That's why all of you were saying it the other day, Top, when you was like, seems like every time we get somewhere, we just get shut down. Every time we get halfway there, we get shut down. We get shut down. Yo, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards all of these shootings and stuff like that, but man, these aren't real, man. These shootings and stuff, it's not real. The Breonna Taylor thing, the whole entire thing is not real. It's not real. It never happened.
Hey, I can't let you do that on the show, man. We finna get out of here.
Calm down.
I know.
Calm down.
We gonna go and close the show.
No, let the man talk, Top Cat, man. I mean, you know.
I have to take the whole video. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna disrespect the queen, man. You know, we don't know what happened, man. We'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened.
Hey, now, Top, now peep this. I hear what you said. I respect what you said. Now look at your chat and see what they saying. Seem like they know something. Look at the chat, see what they saying.
Nah, it's all good, man.
All right.
No, what they do is they use certain circumstances to their benefit. I won't say that it didn't happen, but they use it to their benefit. Yeah.
How about they create these How about they create the circumstances?
Certain things they do create. They got enough people with camera phones to record stuff.
There you go.
You know, to make sure you see it over and over. Is that me? Echoing.
Hey, but Top, thank you for having me, man, and shout out to you, Bug, and you too, Rainstorm. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, hold up, watch this here. I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all remember that Kanika Jenkins case in Chicago? Yeah. Man, I was like real big.
Man.
That case fucked me up, nigga. I was like real big on that case. I remember it was a hurricane came that same day that happened. But it was a case down here in Houston where a little baby got killed. And you know, the Black Lives Matter, all of that shit there came. They all met up on the east side at Walmart parking lot. And they was like, we about to go door to door. They was out there passing out pictures and shit of the suspect. You know what I'm saying? They like, we about to go door to door. And so they right before they was about to leave, nigga, breaking news. You know what I'm saying? They did caught two niggas, the shooters. Automatically, same day, same time. They got two shooters. This shit all over this shit worldwide. The two shooters is my little homies from my hood. Them niggas ain't did this shit.
Damn.
Like I know they came back and said we got a confession Them niggas had a confession, everything within an hour.
Everything.
They had all the activists out there somebody we about to go door to door and go find them ourselves as the police. I'm talking about not even an hour later, nigga, breaking news. They done got little homie now. And nigga, they got everybody thinking that these niggas did this shit. Now, watch this here. They pushing this shit through the news. Now, the little homie, one violated his probation for having the pistol, and the other one caught a dope case. When they pulled him over, they did a routine traffic stop, pulled him over, nigga had dope on him. He was from the hood. Nigga, you just killed this baby type of shit. And so, it's a white boy get caught that same day in the same pickup truck that they originally said did the shooting. Because remember, that's why they was going to go door to door, because they said it was this white boy. And then all of a sudden, they done picked up these two young black dudes and said that, okay, the shooter not even white. Y'all ain't got to go door to door. Black Lives Matter.
Wow.
It was two niggas did the shit. You know what I'm saying? It was a gang shootout. They picked the wrong car. That's what they started telling everybody. They shot the wrong car up. They thought it was a rival gang member. First off, that street it's a police station, the sheriff station on that street. We don't even ride down there. We ain't riding down there. You know what I'm saying? We don't go that way. Fuck, we gonna think if a nigga over there, you get a pass. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I ain't going to jail. But when I seen how they blew that case up, and they had niggas on YouTube, they was talking about the case, and they was saying how it was Illuminati, and you know what I'm saying, them crisis actors and all that type of shit. I'm like, crisis actors, niggas just have to, you know what I'm saying? Feel homie them locked up for real, nigga. And then it's so funny that the lawyer came out. The lawyer, he ended up coming out. His name was Nunnery, and I know him. But he come out and he the nigga lawyer. So the police then took him in the interrogation room and interrogated him without his lawyer present. When it is on file that he have a lawyer, they come and say they got a confession. It ain't the white boy no more. It's these two little young niggas. 3 years old. You know what I'm saying? You just killed this little baby. Or we about to have motherfucking race ride, nigga, because it's too close to the motherfucking election.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's what they did with those kids that got kidnapped or whatever in Atlanta. They put it on that black guy. It wasn't him. He didn't. All those Atlanta child murders.
They catch the white boy.
No, it was KKK.
Oh, yeah, I remember
it was
that.
fucking Ku Klux Klan.
She just said some shit from back in the 80s. That was some cool ass shit. I digress.
She 52 years old, nigga. You know, that's a motherfucking cougar. Pretty.
I'm not no cougar.
Hey, watch this here. They catch the white boy in Pasadena. He ain't got no license plates on the truck like they reported.
Y'all got a Pasadena in Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, we got one in Cali too.
They say land now. You got Ku Klux Klan out there too. The white folks out there too.
Yeah, that's all we got. Yeah, that's a song.
Hey, I want to say.
Pasadena.
Yeah, exactly, sis. I want to say this real quick, Top Cat. I want to say this. I want to say this real quick. There's a name for every motherfucker. Ex-truck driver, right? Meet myself. You can go to Antioch. There are so many Antiochs and all. See, they get Antioch. You can name anything.
I be tripping off that because I want to know who they are.
Them motherfuckers. Yeah. It's them motherfuckers. That's what it is.
Because this is what I see. You either see these signs, and then the rest out here, you know, is all like either Mexican or indigenous or Spanish, I should say, or indigenous sounding names, you know, to the streets and stuff, you know, and the city.
All these names are the same. I'm in Tennessee now. I'm originally from St. Louis. But all these names, I've been through, I'm damn near all 50 states. I just couldn't make it to Alaska. I can't drive a truck to Hawaii. Point meaning, you see what I'm talking about? Point meaning it, nigga, I'm setting up shop at every location. You know what I'm talking about? And anybody, any gentleman or women for that matter, anybody ever played Risk? The game Risk, where you roll the dice, you take over the fucking world, how you fighting your goddamn mama type shit. Boy, play Risk. Motherfucker get mad at you, you can be your best friend. Like, nigga, why you gonna take my country over? Nigga, you in the way. Play Risk. One time, I bet you ready to fight everybody. But my point is, I digress. I'll put it like that.
All right. Hey, man, words out of y'all. Hey, let me finish telling you about this case though. So they pulled this white boy over, attempted robbery. The victim ended up getting away. He tried to rob a lady. When they catch him, this nigga got 7 purses in his car. He got 7 purses in his car. He done went on a robbery spree all night. They went and got this. They went to the trailer park and got this nigga family and put them on the camera and told them, cause see, they was spreading the word that it was these 2 little young black dudes, but then it was another rumor going around saying that it was this white boy. Now, when they had the picture up first, saying it was a white boy, people knew who that white boy was. We thought it was just a fake picture, but they started calling in. So this family in the trailer park come out saying, "Leave their uncle alone. He just got out of jail. He ain't on none of that type of shit. He got a job. He
Leave
working there."
Uncle Billy Ray alone.
Yeah, man, and they came for it, bro. So I seen how that shit work, man. So when it comes to them cases like the Brown Tech, I just be respectful of the situation and say, nah, because I heard niggas on the YouTube saying it was the Illuminati, it was you know what I'm saying? One nigga had Google Map up breaking down the scene. Ain't never been to Houston. We don't even you know what I'm saying? It's a dip right there that we all hit. As soon as you come out the parking lot, you make that first right. You talking about stuff. You come down here, the robber gangs on this side. You got this side against this side. You know what I'm saying? So I seen that shit how, you know what I'm saying, it can be manipulated and some people can take it and not even understanding that it's somebody that this actually really took place. You know what I'm saying? And somebody can come on YouTube and break that shit down, nigga, so smooth, nigga, and don't even know what a nigga really going through. I had just went a turkey leg cut and shit with that little nigga for his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Put him on. He went out of town to his girl house and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga turn around, nigga face blasted out on the news, man.
Damn.
But hey, y'all gonna get some bad words, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. It's getting late on my end. I gotta do something real quick. What up, Brave? Home of the Brave in the building. Big Lord in that hoe. Top of color souls, I see you.
And that's all. I just wanted to say, keep on banging, Top. You know, you putting that good work out there, and we all paying attention.
Good work, done. You gotta be modest, goddamn. Hey, that's excellent. Y'all know they got like 3 more bills. And I'm gonna let y'all, hey man, I'm gone. Y'all can have it, man. I'm going back to boxing.
Oh God.
I just want to tell a story, goddamn.
You can do both. Why you gonna leave us? Why you gonna leave us with the Moors? How you gonna do us like that?
Y'all will be alright. See, y'all made it this long, goddamn. I ain't been around 8 months. You know what I'm saying?
Right, child. You see how Top gonna do us? He just gonna leave us to the Moors.
You know, I got over 100 videos that ain't on YouTube, so I play like old videos.
Nigga, man, you gotta go live. Quit playing with our emotions.
You know what I'm saying?
You playing with our emotions.
Hey, yo, Top. Yo. Hey, Top. I know you follow the sports real heavy, yo. Just check the boy out. His name is Zach Gematria. He got one called Zach Gematria Effect News. I mean, and again, it's white boy, so they got the gematria calculators and all of that good stuff. So I just say check it out, see what you think about it. Maybe do a build on that. Maybe you might see like, okay, for instance, just recently, the nigga Trump come out and say, I got a platinum plan for the African Americans. That's sarcasm. He don't have no fucking plan. He doesn't have a plan for you. And you could tell because whenever he come and speak to black Americans or whatever you want to call them, He go to churches. Not saying they ain't been doing that for years, but when he go to these places, he don't even talk that much. He bring other people up there to talk for him. When he get in front of white folks, he talk. He don't ever let nobody get up there and interrupt him and talk and shit like that until it's the appropriate time. So I'm just saying, man, just check it out, see what you think about it, and maybe do a build on that one day, see what you think from it. You know, at least I've been trying to put people onto it and be respectful at the same time. Because again, like you said, I'm not in these places. I definitely don't know who getting killed and all that, but I know for a fact from my own family tree, you know, you play about my folks' money, I mean, you're gonna die. It's just that simple. I don't know how else to sugarcoat it. I'm not saying I'm that way, but a lot of the men in my family was that way, and it just didn't stop when it came to employers. That shit went to cops too. So I'm just saying all this like scare talk. You got all these big ass NBA niggas and football players bending knees and talking about we scared, and man, I don't even know where they from with that.
Hey, can I
Okay,
there we go.
I'm
There
gonna
we
say,
go.
bye.
No,
Soon,
but
Humphrey
hey,
Greg.
good.
Soon.
I'm just saying we all. Can I say this? Okay. Before I rudely interrupt, my bad. But at the same time, all this shit is contracts. Everything you fucking do is a contract. So hopefully everybody can hear me. I know I might be breaking up. I don't know. I got a contract with you. I ain't got no problem with that nigga at all. Can everybody hear me?
You good, you good.
Okay, just making sure. Everything's a contract. I got a car. You sign a contract. I'm paying my light bill, gas bill, whatever the fuck. What the fuck ever. Trump is on. I will give him this. Nigga, we are doing business. This whole world is about business. Nigga, you sell me a blunt, okay, well, we can go on. You know, I'm just starting on little planes of reality. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you gave me this, I got that, and here we go. Move on. Same shit. Same shit. So when motherfuckers is sitting up there talking about some that nigga ain't right, why come he ain't right? Or why come she ain't right? They gave you what you asked for. It's business. It's straight fucking business.
Hey, go on, close us out.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Top Cat, man. I didn't, you know how I do, man. Cut me off if you have to. Shit.
Now it's our little get your last word. We about to get out of here.
I got you, cuz. I got you, man. And peace to Texas, Chicago. God damn it, peace to us. Shit. We the real motherfuckers. We the goddamn true until we wake the fuck up and realize that nigga, you the game. I digress, man. You know I get to moving around, man. But fuck that. Like nigga, we at home. And Top Cat, man, I appreciate it once again. And thank everybody on the panel, everybody in the goddamn chat. Y'all the shit, right? Tell a nigga when he wrong. Nigga, you wrong. Or, hey nigga, we good. You know what I'm talking about? That's it. It's so simple, a baby can figure it out. A 2-year-old, my grandbabies, or whatever. But go ahead, Top Cat, man. Go ahead and do what you gotta do, cuz.
All right, go on, close us out.
All right, man. Love.
Shit. You want me to close it out? You want snacks to
Yeah.
close it out?
I could tell him, sis. Tell him, sis. They goddamn Top Cat, he ain't right.
Ah, shit. Put me all on the
Give him hell.
spot. Nah, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no hell. I ain't got no hell. He gonna leave us for the
Nah, I got
boxing world. I guess I'm gonna have to just come and lurk in the balconies. You know, try to follow. I don't really do boxing
Right.
like that. But
Right,
I
right.
appreciate you, brother. You know, if you gonna go on and check out, guess I can respect that. But it's cool. Turn up.
Yeah, in
And
a
I'm
real
not.
way, man. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. You know, we ain't shit without each other in a real way, man. Till the day with me, pray for you, pray for me, man. You too loose, take a few, goddamn. Best ever didn't got away with it. Hey, let me tell you something. Tomorrow, when we do that, we're gonna come back. I'm gonna make it an African American. So that means I got 2 more shows and I'm hitting the road, goddamn. I'm packing my shit up. And hopefully I left y'all niggas a good enough timeline, especially putting shit into its proper perspective. You go back and watch that African American, that making of African American, and you walk through that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm strategic with my shit, nigga. I ain't just find this bitch up coming out here talking because I got a mouth. You know what I'm saying? The build that I'm about to do tomorrow is off a build that I did back in March, called the hijacking of the when I started the series, the 5 Civilized Tribes, how whites hijacked the 5 Civilized Tribes. All right. And when I did that first one, goddamn Pan Africans came in there talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga wanna hit the link though. They ain't wanna hit the link. They about 3-4 deep. They ain't wanna pull up though. You know what I'm saying? But I said, man, I'm gonna do a part 2 to it. You feel me? So I'm gonna go and close the curtains on this motherfucker tomorrow, nigga. And I'm gonna guarantee you that I'm gonna give you some information that you ain't never heard before. You know what I'm saying? I can bet my last dollar on it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. I ain't shit without y'all. I got 2 more to go after that. You know what I'm saying? In the real way, man. I love y'all, homie. We got to tell you something about everybody else, man. Big Chief
Salute. 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 Salute.
That boy Rainstorm, boy. I want one of them motherfuckers, nigga. I want one of them motherfuckers Rainstorm on. Y'all bullshitting. Hey, tomorrow, man, I can't promise y'all what time I'm gonna set that bitch. I'm gonna be active. And I'll see if it makes sense, man. I love y'all. That's my time. Good night.
Hey, I'm working here, you know what I'm saying? Try to put yourself in my shoes for a second. That personal, I'm just saying, man. Hey, look, from when the moon came out till the sun came up, I was supplying the days when they flame up. I'm almost passing by, trying to explain up. Pissing in the bushes like they never house trained up. Well, try to understand, this how we came up. You get to know us, your lovers, but you can't change us. Really, we rather be rich and famous, but in the meantime, we forced to slang up. A flow with crack cocaine, penicillin to rogaine, ecstasy bag or whatever, get the dough, man. I'm tired of people just representing my domain. Oh, you think we out here killing for nothing, hustling for no gain, man? Hey, man, I'm just doing my job. Yo. Hey, lady, don't mind me, I'm just doing my job. Yo. I don't wanna make your life no hard, I'm just doing my job. Yo. You live here, I work here, I'm doing my job. You don't know, don't care, but can't see. Every time something up in the hood, it ain't me. And I ain't always up to no good on the crease. You ain't always got to pass to the good without speed. How you know? We ain't out here breaking your lives, breaking your children. We just out here staying alive, making a live. No, working hard, trying to survive, chasing the bid. Your heels talking loud, just think of the situation. Adapting the situation, but accusations still burglarizing your house. You just hurt my feelings. We got lives, we want to live nice too. We got mom, dad, wives, kids, just like you. But our options are few. It's hell in high school. You're helping with the rent, lights, and the gas bill too. So before you go judging us, loving us won't hurt. You're under 25, staying alive, hard work. Hey, 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 man, I'm just doing my job. Yo, hey, lady, don't mind me, I'm just doing my job. Yo, I don't wanna make your life no hard, I'm just doing my job. Yo, you live here, I'll work here, I'm doing my job. You see what I'm saying? Open eyes will help. You can think about somebody besides yourself. Why you point fingers at me? Analyze yourself. Quit all that chastising, try and provide some help. Calling the law and busting my balls. With all due respect, we don't need any fucking with y'all, man. And we can't help it because it is like this. We don't like it no more than you that we live like this. Always stuck in the grind. Summertime to wintertime. Cut school to sell 50 dimes by dinner time. See everything we know, we learned from the streets. Since 13, I've been hustling and learning my keys. Hey, man, I'm just doing my job. Yo, hey, baby, don't mind me, I'm just doing my job. Yo, I don't wanna make your life no hard, I'm just doing my job. Yo, you live here, I work here, I'm doing my job.